is up, everyone? Welcome back for another Animous tutorial. Today we're going to go through sticker application. So one thing I want to remind everyone is that, high grade kits, SD kits, maybe some master grade kits will always come with color correcting stickers, color separation stickers. They'll come with, extra detail stickers. They'll come in metallic, matte, gloss, whatever finish out there, right? So the tools that we're going to need, or that I will be using today, is going to be my little tweezers there, a swab, my good old reliable toothpick, a hobby knife, and this is just a piece of shop tile that I cut up, and some of these, right? So the biggest thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that what do I do when you work on these kits? So whenever you work on a kit that has a lot of color separation issues, that have a lot of color correcting stickers, you want to make sure you're extra careful with the parts. So Animous, what do I do if the decal is just sliding everywhere after I applied it? What if I'm trying to apply some eye decals and all of a sudden it just keeps sliding everywhere even though I'm trying to place it in a single space? Do I gotta wait? Do I gotta let it sit? So no, the answer to that is that the plastic is actually covered with your body oils. So not a lot of people understand that, when you touch a piece of plastic with your bare hands, you're transmitting your body oil or sweat or whatever you want to call it onto the plastic, which means that it's a lot harder for that decal to adhere to this. Okay. If you try to apply the decal without cleaning the part first, if you're handling it without gloves, then you're going to run yourself into the issue where why is the decal sliding everywhere? Why is it not measuring up with, how other areas that maybe I put the sticker on and it's not, having issues. So that's the answer. Even when you do use gloves, the plastic still has some of that residue from when it's printed. So it might have, it might still slide around, but the way to stop that is by wiping down the area where the sticker is going to be applied. Now, the other thing I recommend is that when you are taking these stickers off the sticker sheet, do not touch the adhesive part. Do not touch it. That is something that a lot of people misunderstand. They just try to grab the sticker with their fingernail and try to stick it. Does it work? Yes, it does work. It'll stick there. But again, you're just transferring body oils, right? All right, so now that I have my handy dandy gloves on, we're going to go ahead and begin. We're going to start with the eyes, which just seems to be the ones that people have the most problem with. Not because it's hard to apply, but because, they end up sliding everywhere, especially in high grade kits. You try to stick her on and then it just slides around while you're moving the part, right? So definitely don't want to do that. So there's two ways you can do it. You can go ahead and have some rubbing alcohol pads or something, or sheets or swabs or whatever, or you can use something to just wipe down the plastic, right? So even if I've already wiped it down once, I still want to do it again because I've been moving it around. So then after the part has been wiped, let's see here. So red or green. So there's two ways that you can do this, maybe three if you include the hobby knife. So you can use your hobby knife to separate the decal from the sheet, or you can gently use your tweezers and do it as well, right? So what I like to do is I use my tweezers. I rarely use my hobby knife unless it's very persistent and it just doesn't want to come off the sticker sheet. And then after the plastic has been wiped, you just gently place it on the plastic. Now you can clearly see that it's already beginning to stick, mainly because I used the fabric from the shop cloth to wipe it down, right? So it's already sticking. So this one didn't give us any issues just because of that. Right? You might be wondering why I didn't just press it down on the plastic. One, it's a metallic sticker. You don't want to use this to apply, to like press the sticker down or try to cover it around, because you're just going to scratch it, right? And this goes for any stickers. Don't use your tweezers for that. Use a swab or use a toothpick, right? So what I like to do with my toothpicks is that mine don't have any pointy edges, because I grab it and then I press it against my my mat and I kind of grind it down a little bit till it has like a little flat surface, and then I use that to do that. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and use the swab just to make everything even. I like to do finger pressing. Since I'm wearing gloves, it doesn't really matter because I won't really damage the decal. But if you're not going to wear gloves, just be careful if you're trying to do a press on the stickers, because sometimes if you apply too much pressure, it'll just take the sticker off, and now it's molded to the eyes. Right? And so now that that's good, I'm going to go ahead and set it to the side. Now, again, what do I do if the decal is like it's in a hard area like the cameras, right? A lot of people have issues placing the decals on the cameras. Now here, it's a little easier for me because it's an SD, so the camera is clearly bigger. So for the high grades give you a lot of issues. Some people lose them. They have carpet. They'll lose them in the carpet. It's into nothingness. You'll never find that again, right? So you have to move on, try to figure out, how to not make it look plain. Gundam markers, metallic markers, etc. That's a good option as well. I myself like to use Gundam markers. So whenever you're doing these, I use the same process. Just going to go ahead and move the sheet around until you see it pop up from one corner. Gently take it out, right? So for this one, I didn't use my tweezers. And the reason why is because the tweezers are just too big and I didn't want to have to deal with it, right? So what I do is that I use my old reliable toothpick here just to glide it around, move it in the spot. It doesn't want to, it's not cooperating. And since I cleaned the part, it's a little bit harder to insert because it's just sticking everywhere. So that's the difference between cleaning your part and not cleaning your part, right? So it's already in there. Now, if I wouldn't have cleaned the part, what would have happened is that I would have tried moving the sticker around. It would have just moved by itself, right? But once the part is clean, then you don't have to worry about that. Now, because I don't mind if there's some mistakes on this specific kit, I am going to show you exactly what happens when you use something like the toothpick, or you're too rough, or maybe you try to use your tweezers to press the sticker down, right? So usually you try to press down all the corners, and then you try to press it in the middle, right? And although it might seem like it's looking good, I don't think you'll be able to see it on the camera because of that, but the gloss effect is almost done, right? You can clearly see that I manhandled that that decal there, and that's why it's in there. That's why you use the swab. When you use the swab for stickers like these, and all you do is like press down, maybe twist it around a little bit, making sure it's already set, and maybe use your toothpick just for the corners, just to make sure that all four corners are sticking. Then you won't have to worry about the metallic sticker or any other sticker looking like you basically rubbed it till its doom, right? So we're gonna go ahead and set this one aside as well. Now, last thing I want to talk to you about is color correcting stickers. So color correcting stickers are the vein of every builder's existence. Okay, main reason because they are hard to work with. I don't care what anybody else says. They are really hard to work with. They don't usually measure up. Sometimes they look good. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're out of place. Sometimes they're just not great, right? So they're not really good to work with. And they'll look terrible sometimes too, especially if they have a lot of folding areas, like this one right here. So I'm pretty sure that this sticker right here is for the blades, for the beam sabers on the backpack. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. So we're not gonna. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and apply one of those today, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so whenever you're applying these type of decals that have folding edges or have round edges, you have to make sure that you place them in the correct angle, that you place them in the correct area. So what's gonna happen if you don't? Well, it's just not gonna look right. The decal's not gonna look right. The part's gonna look like it's missing paint because obviously it's a color separating sticker. You're just not gonna like that overall. Nobody does. So let's go right ahead and try to apply this one. So we're back. I had a little bit of trouble there, but this is terrible. Let me see if I can get you a little bit of focus there. So that's how those stickers look. Not my preference. Definitely do not like that. We're probably going to leave this as it is, since this is going to be a tutorial kit. However, am I pleased with it? No. I'll probably try to slap some glue on it or something so that specific one doesn't go off, right? So that's definitely going to be a problem in the future, especially if you live in somewhere that has a lot of humidity. If you try to apply a sticker like this, it's definitely going to come off with time. So so that is it for today's tutorial. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out through the comments. I'm very active, so if you do have any questions, comments, or extra tips to help everyone with applying decals, so please make sure to post it in the comments. You know, we're a big community of builders, so the more we share, the more people will learn, the more people will try to feel included with the hobby. So if you like my content, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for future content and future videos, and I will catch you all next time for the next tutorial.